What's up, YouTube? We back. Hey, before we even get started, right? Hit that like button, hit that follow button, hit that subscribe button, and let's keep pushing a lot y'all killers forward. You feel me? This is the home of the working dogs. Pit bull, Press Canarias, Dogos, whatever you want. As long as they're a working dog, we're going to speak about it on this platform. Also, before we get into this video, anything discussed on here is years in the past. It's a historical reference point. You know what I'm saying? Nothing on this platform is for illegal purposes. We only discussing the dogs. Let's get into the video.
Tom wasn't the driver.
Right. And so if we're going to get on that subject, like, you can go back and look, here's another rabbit hole you can go down. Okay. If you look at the Frisco dogs, the early Frisco dogs look way different, act way different, perform way different than the late day Frisco dogs. And that is because, okay, Frisco really did die in 95. So anything after 95 that's off of Frisco is bullshit.
It's a straw.
No, it's bullshit.
You don't think it's a straw?
No.
You don't think Tom pulled straws? Now, if you would have said,
he definitely did.
If you would have said Chinaman, I'd have been like, okay, ain't no straws off of Chinaman because it was too early for that even to evolve within the DNA, like with science. But if you tell me Frisco, I believe he got straws off of Frisco.
Okay. There is no way, if you take the breedings from 95 forward that are off of Frisco, there is no way that dog gave Tom that many straws. No way. No way.
Okay, I go as far as to tell you this. I never have, still don't to this day, believe Frisco is Chinaman dad. I mean, is Chinaman's son.
No, he is.
Okay.
That breeding was legit. But here's the thing, okay? Here's the thing. You got to understand now. Vinny gave Tom Frisco.
Chinaman.
But no.
Frisco. Right.
Okay, look. Here's let me back up so y'all boys can understand what really happened, okay? We're gonna go back to Randall Abernathy, okay? Randall Abernathy was breeding.
1 second. Hey, tap that screen. We got 53 people in the chat. Y'all go ahead and tap that screen, man. This good conversation. If you want to learn something, these guys got history for days.
Let's go tap the screen. Let's get it. Come on. Now look, here we go. So Randall Abernathy was breeding Eli Snooty dogs. Okay, Randall Abernathy took the breeding that produced Chinaman. Okay, and in that litter, there was another male called Boy. Okay, Chinaman's belly brother. Okay, now these dogs were born and raised up on Randall Abernathy's yard. Okay, right in Georgia. All right. So it come time to, both Chinaman and Boy are showing to be very, very exceptional bulldogs, right? And everyone that's looking at these dogs is saying, are these dogs really that good? Or are the dogs we're using to measure them just that bad, right? So because these dogs were looking so good, they said, let's figure it out. So they put brother on brother. Okay. It took about 3.5 minutes, and I'm not bullshitting you. It took about 3.5 minutes for Boy to have Chinaman lifeless and helpless. Okay.
So was that like Eli Jr. to Eli or Eli Jr. to Bully's son?
No. It was
No, I'm saying the difference. Didn't Eli Jr. beat Bully's son or Eli Jr. beat Eli?
Eli Jr. Yeah. And then you had Bullison Jr. with Bullison. Yeah, them Eli dogs, they
Yeah, so the same it's kind of like the same thing happened with the what's the name dog? The one you just mentioned.
Chinaman.
So listen, so they get these two dogs, and now they say, okay, well, we got these boys out in California, you know, they want, so at this point, they deem Chinaman a cur. All right? All
Heard
right?
that.
All
Heard
right,
that
listen.
before.
Yeah. So they said, hey, wait. We got these boys out in California. They don't know nothing. They green too. They're brand new. They don't know nothing about no dogs. Like they just want, they got money though. So Randall Abernathy and everybody got together and they said, you know what? We ain't gonna say nothing about that loss the Chinaman just took and the way he just got his ass whooped. We're gonna leave that part out. And we're going to sell these boys Chinaman for a whole lot of money and tell him he's the fucking best thing since sliced bread, knowing damn well that he's a piece of shit, right? All right. So Chinaman goes out to the West Coast, okay? He goes out to California to Vinny's yard. And he starts stopping dogs immediately, okay? This is the best dog that Vinny's ever seen. But Vinny don't know the truth yet, okay? So Vinny gets all the confidence in the dog, campaigns the dog, makes the dog a 4-time winner, and the dog creates a reputation of being a serial killer. Okay?
At this time, he was open to the world, wasn't he?
Right. And nothing could hang with him. He was killing everything.
Right.
All right. So
supposedly he got sick, didn't he? Supposedly.
No, hear me out. So Vinny is hype. Vinny is he's won a lot of money. Chinaman's now producing dogs just like himself on Vinny's yard. Vinny feels like he has just hit the lottery with this dog. Okay? So, but it was Tom. Now, here we go. You ready? Here's the fuck. It was Tom and Randall that got together to fuck Vinny on the dog.
And they bred the nuts off of him.
All right. So Tom doesn't say anything to Randall, goes behind Randall's back.
The most recent one was a podcaster or a group of podcasters in collusion with each other, disparaging my Chinaman dog's reputation. And they just totally pulled out of their asses a false history and then just talked it up amongst themselves with viewers, and actually had some people thinking that it might have some truth to it. Well, the truth has been known for 20, 30 years or more, 40 years.
Calls Vinny and says, hey, I got something to tell you. And Vinny says, what's that? He says, you know, that Chinaman dog quit. Vinny said, what? He said, well, so now Vinny wants the scoop, right? Vinny wants the tea, right? So Tom, being the shyster that he is, all right, because that man would sell his own
when
mother.
You say that, Derek, when you done with this, I got a story personally about Tom I'll tell you about.
So he'd sell his own mother. So
True. That's a fact.
So he say to Vinny, he say, hey, listen, man, look, I'll tell you everything you want to know, right? I'll tell you everything you want to know, but you gotta send me a puppy, right? Now, Vinny's Mexican. He ain't stupid, and he definitely knows the fuck game when he sees it. So at this point, he says, this man just called me talking about my best dog he saw quit. And he sold, wait a minute. So Vinny put the pieces together. Vinny's like, the only way you would have saw this dog quit is if you saw him quit before you sold him to me. So Vinny ain't stupid now. So he's putting the pieces together and he's realizing, wait a minute, you tried to fuck me and now you realize that it didn't work and now you want some of the... So Vinny gets smart, and before Vinny makes a decision, he gets a hold of Randall, who he bought the dog from, and says, look, will you please tell me the truth? What happened here, right? Treat me like a gentleman, right? So Randall says, look, you said you wanted a dog. He said, I did. He said, did I not give you a dog that you were looking for? He's like, you did. He's like, so what are we really talking about then? He's like, well, We're talking about the fact that if this is true, it was left out, and I think my money deserves to know that. So Randall tells him the truth about the dog. So naturally, Vinny says, well, then I want to breed to boy, and I want something off a boy. And I'm going to go back to like what you guys were saying earlier. That's when he was politely notified that, hey, look, you're the wrong color to be asking for that kind of favor.
Thank you.
All right. So he was told no, flat out no. Like, I don't care how much money you got. We're not going to help you like that. Like, don't you realize? Like, we tried to get over on you and you got lucky. Leave it at that.
Right. Go ahead with the blessing that you got.
So Vinny realized that he wasn't going to be able to deal with Randall on any level. So Vinny went back to Tom and said, seeing as how Tom's a fucking asshole, I'll just deal with Tom, right? And I'll have Tom go through, I'll go through Tom and have Tom go through Randall, and the back door between the three of them just went round and round and round. All right? So that's how your Eli family of dogs was created, by those three men. All right? Now, they had a piece of it, because you got to remember, Eli threw all kinds of good dogs. Like Niggerino is an Eli dog. Bullison is an Eli dog. Chinaman is an Eli dog.
Eli dog.
Okay,
Right.
These are all Eli dogs. Okay, so yeah, but not really Boudreaux. You got to understand again. Boudreaux was just building the cars. Okay.
It was other mechanics and drivers.
Yeah, if you look at the dogs that Boudreaux actually drove, he lost.
A lot of times.
Yeah, every time he tried to drive his own shit, he lost. But every time he handed his shit out for a real driver to drive it, it knocked the socks off, motherfuckers. Again, stay in your lane.
True.
Y'all need to learn that. Pride is a real son of a bitch in these dogs.
Even with like what you saying about Tom. So a couple years back here, I told you, he acquired some wild size yard, right?
No, he just did some breedings with Ed.
No, he acquired some of it. He acquired some of it.
No. They just paired up with some dogs. They were actually like 50-50s on a couple dogs. And that's how that happened. But if you look, Ed quickly phased that out, right? So here's what Tom did. Okay, Tom had a yard of dogs, and he would work with people and to make his dogs better. Okay, as soon as he found out that a line was making his line better, he would hate on it.
He would hate or acquire the dog back. So
and then change the paperwork on it.
I'm about to tell you, that's my story. I'm about to get to it. So I acquired some shit from Wild Side Stomping Out. I'm about to tell you, that's my story. I'm about to get to it. So I acquired some shit from Wild Side Stompanato from El Negro. It was supposed to be. I was supposed to get some El Negro shit coming off of that Maverick and all. Yeah, Bob Peru and all that. So I was supposed to get
was
that.
A myth.
So I got the dog, right? So when I'm looking at the dog, I'm like, this dog is, if y'all go on my page, you'll look at the dog, right? So when I'm looking at the dog, I'm like, this dog is, if y'all go on my page, you'll look at the dog. He said, that's the Wild Side Stompanato dog. Go get the DNA profile. I got this dog. I got him on my yard now as we speak. I got the fucking dog, man. Got him DNA profile through the ADBA. This dog was a 75% Stompanato dog. But the paper It's a El Negro dog.
So here's the thing, okay? Like, so again, Tom sold Bobby Peru as a pup. Like, Bobby Peru was had that, all Tom did was breed the dog. Okay,
That's it. Right.
all right. Now Tom paid really good money to have Bobby Peru shipped back here from overseas, and so Tom could breed to him. Right now, these boys worked out a very specific deal because they didn't want this dog being peddled around. All right? They did not want Bobby Peru out there like that. This was supposed to be an in-house type dog. Right? So Tom gets the dog, and it gets back to these boys, hey, he's not being honest with you. He's not telling you all of the bitches he's breeding that dog to. Like, he's leaving out, like, it's like he's breeding 5 for Tom and 1 for you. Like, you're knowing about 1 out of 5. So them boys got really upset, and they sent someone back here, and I want to be careful what I say. They repossessed the dog. And it almost got a little crazy.
Yeah.
Right.
True. That's a fact.
And they also dispatched most of the stuff that Tom had off Bobby Peru at the time.
Yeah, it got took off for the ADBA archives.
Whatever was on that yard, and they basically
came off Bobby Peru. They took it out the ADBA archives through Patty.
And so when they left, Tom had maybe 2 or 3 Bobby Peru dogs. That was it. So he did a lot of paper hanging on them dogs.
Yeah, but like Neil, like I told Lockjaw earlier, when we was talking about the Hines or the Hempfield, Ralph Greenwood, and all those guys, you know who I'm talking about. Those guys were.
I'll tell you the honest to God truth. The old time, go way back. The old timers,
hung papers way worse than today.
But listen. Honestly, this is how it really started, right? The old timers, they had so much going on. Now you got to remember, it wasn't the kind of times we're in today. Okay, it was a different kind of time. That things like honor, respect, code, like those words really meant something back then, right?
Yeah, morals.
And so it was honest mistakes. Like, they would do a breeding, right? And they'd be like, "Oh shit." They do a breeding. I want you to play it like that. They do a breeding, and the wife will call them in the house for something. Whatever, they get distracted. Next thing you know, that sit down, sip some whiskey, and then 2 days later they go back and they say, "Oh fuck, did I use Bo or did I use Rascal?"
Joe.
Fuck.
Right.
I know I used one of them. Which one did I use? I can't remember. Goddamn, I got 2. Fuck. Why did I drink so much? Right? So, all right, well, they're both belly brothers anyway. They come from the same mother and father. Like, who cares if it's Dick or Harry? They're both bred the same way. It doesn't, just put one of them on there.
And so, I mean, I get it, but at the end of the day, when we're talking about doing business, that's not good business.
Okay, well, is it okay if they're honest with you and they say, "Hey, look, I'm sorry, I got these 2 brothers here. You know what I got. I've sold you dogs for 5 years now. I've never sold you a bad dog, bro. I got drunk. I don't remember which one I used. It was either Dick or Harry. But the bottom line is, they're both off the same parents. They're belly brothers. So
okay, I get
you
that.
pick which one you want on the fucking papers if you want some damn papers.
Nah, that's not what I'm gonna do. If the mistake is on you, if this dog don't check out, you owe me another dog.
goes without saying. But the bottom line is,
that's what I'm saying.
We still got a problem here, whereas how do we register it? Because
we'll figure out the registration, but my biggest thing is, hey, if this dog don't check out because you got too drunk and the mistake is on you, you owe me another dog.
Well, that goes without saying. That's just integrity.
Yeah, okay. So me and you being dog man, we get what's going on. I'm just saying this for the content of Lockjaw.
So I got a question for y'all. Before we go
for the
further,
people
right?
that don't understand how this go, if you sell somebody a dog and you're not sure on the paperwork, or you're not sure how to, if that dog don't check out to be what it's supposed to be, either owe that man his money.
Well, now hold on. Now I'm gonna make it.
I'm saying on the account. I'm saying on the.
You're right. But I'm gonna make a deeper point.
Factory recall.
Okay. If you, all right. If I'm fooling with somebody, right, and I'm buying dogs from somebody, all right, and I'm going out and I'm titling these dogs, okay. That is making him look good as well as myself because I'm using his stuff, right? So at the end of the day, people are going to say, is Derek good or is it the dogs that he's got make him good?
True. That's true to a degree.
That's what people are going to say. And people are going to say,
true to a degree.
People are going to say, you know what? I think I'm better than Derek. I'm going to go get the same shit and show that I can do better with it.
Yeah.
You're gonna have all that now, all right?
Yeah, you definitely are.
So here's the deal. Right now, if I'm doing something with this man's stuff, and both of us are looking like heroes, okay, and I go to him and I say, "Look, I want this dog," and he say, "Okay." Puppy's gonna cost you $1,500. Now, if I got a relationship with this man, it doesn't have to be we hang out every Friday. No.
We're just strictly business.
I don't like strictly, but that's a little. If we got a mutually gentleman, respectable relationship, whereas I come to you for a product, you know me well enough to know what I'm looking for. You're going to give me that product,
okay,
right?
I heard you.
Okay, so when I come to you and I say, "Hey, boss, need another one of them pancakes,"
I heard you.
And you sell me a motherfucking waffle.
Yeah, we got a problem,
right? So at that point, I come back. I say, "Hey, we've been dealing with each other for a long time. The waffle was great. All right? It was great.
Okay.
Cooked to perfection. The waffle was great. But the bottom line is, I asked for a fucking pancake."
That's my point.
So now, here, like, take this waffle back. It's not bad. It's actually pretty damn good. But that's not what I want. So take that back and give me my damn pancake. Now, that's how you're going to know if you're dealing with somebody that
values and respect your friendship.
Right. Because he's going to say, you know what? I've been dealing with this man long enough. Even if you're wrong, okay, the man's going to say, have some grace and be like, look, you're not happy. Like, it shouldn't be a matter of right or wrong. It should be a matter of this man's not happy. Right?
He's satisfied.
Correct.
And that's the art that's been lost. Like, you got a lot of these cats out here that, they say, they sell you a dog and you be honest with them and say, hey man, look, it really didn't work out. And they look at you and say, okay, you got another 1,500, I'll sell you another one.
I got a question for y'all about this dog Chinaman. Now they say he stopped in the yard, right? They were just backyard rolling him and he stopped, right?
Right.
Yeah.
And then he went out west and won what, 4?
Yeah.
Right.
How we know someone wrong with him at the house?
Do
True.
what now?
That's a good question. That's a
Okay,
good
I'll
question.
tell you how. I'll tell you how. Because so I don't know how much of the conversation that you heard beforehand, but I'll go back to it. So we had a situation where Chinaman and Boy were both in their absolute peak best. Okay, and it was they wanted to know which one is really the better one. Okay, so when that took place, both of them dogs were at their very, very, very best. So to answer your question, there was absolutely nothing wrong.
Okay.
Okay,
So
it was
but-
it was, make no mistake, okay, Randall's my friend. Like, he's my friend. Like, I have his phone number. Like, he's my friend. But I tell the truth. Okay, back then, you we're talking the 70s now. Back then, Randall's intention was to sell Vinny the worst dog. Now, in translation, that's fucking somebody.
Mhm.
All right, let's just call a spade because that's what happened. But it backfired because Chinaman was really, really a good dog. It's just that his brother Boy was a fucking ace.
Now, had he already started up then? Was he already started?
Both of them were.
Okay, so let's say
Hold
this.
on, I got a question for you.
Both
Did
of
he
them had
already
already put dogs in the dirt.
Oh yeah.
So
Yeah.
you're before me, and I've been around since the early 90s, late 80s. So I've heard a story that Dabo got rolled against Vindicator and got his ass kicked.
So you're talking about Zebo, not Daibo.
Zebo,
But yeah,
I heard he got rolled against his own belly mate brother, Vindicator, and got his
Vindicator
ass mocked.
got killed. Yeah, but here's the thing: you got to understand, okay? Zebo and here's another one, okay? Like, this is what I'm talking about, the fuckery. In
They say, as good as they say Zebo was, oh, breed to him, oh, he was this, he was that. Vindicator kicked his ass.
In the
His
breeding,
belly mate brother.
aspect. In the breeding aspect.
I heard they got rolled and he got his ass mocked.
No, that's backwards. Listen to me. Here's the problem, okay? First of all,